This is a model of a punt. The design of punts are tricky in terms of drawing them on two-dimensional paper. Although it's a flat bottom boat, this just represents the two sides, and the bottom would obviously go across from the chine of the side panels and fill that in. They're called punts here. This one, in terms of the design effort, I've taken as much information as I can from other sources. My own personal experience with the boats, a great deal of common sense, and I prefer to design by using a medium and try things out, more or less a trial and error thing. So this is the results of throwing all those ingredients into a pot, giving them a good stir, and coming up with something that is simple, easy to build, and should be a lot of fun for both rowing and sailing. A couple features. They tend to not to be too wide, because that's a detrimental to performance, especially rowing, but you need a bit of beam, that's the width, for stability. And you want to carry a beam far aft and as far forward as you can without getting it too boxy. Now, a lot of boats, the defining line that sets a boat off is the shape of its shear, and that's this line here. Believe it or not, that is a straight line when you take out the frame and the transom and lay the sheet on a flat surface. The curve is induced by the angle or flare of the midship section and a slightly lesser flare of the transom angle to the bottom. The ends here haven't been cut off because they'll be used to help. Well, the way it's built is after the sides are cut out and shaped, and these will be planked as opposed to plywood. They're secured to the stem in an accurate means, and then the station mold is made and the planks are sprung out and they'll be straight out to the side. The center mold is fastened, and then with a Spanish windlass, in this case I could just pull them in, and then the transom is secured. And in the building process we'll slip in chines and then cross plank the bottom, and then flip her over and put the inwheels in, seat risers, breaststroke, quarter knees, and thwarts, mast partner, and mast step. And that will, then she'll have a very shallow, long keel. Bermuda boats, from what I've learned, do not carry or have used a centerboard or a dagger board. They were all keel boats. Skiffs weren't sailed much, but we do have evidence that they were sailed here, and this keel might give her a better performance to windward, but it will not be like a centerboard, dagger board. But that's the way it is. That's roughly an overview of the process. And if you want to take a break, I can just show you those two boats outside, or three boats outside, which have a straight line shear. Then we can get back in here and start making up the center mold and the transom and the stem.
Very good.
The shear line is kind of what sets the boat off, and it should be a kind of line pleasing to the eye, no matter which way the boat's heeled or orientated, underway. And a pretty boat is one that's more cared for and looked after than a more comely one.
Yeah.
Okay?